Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to Mama G Gear. Mama G here and Rusty Blades. Sometimes Dr. Rusty Blades.
Sometimes Dr. Rusty Blades.
Not always. Anyway, yeah, we're back at Rusty's house, and I know we haven't done a video in a while because other things. Hey, life happens, and oh, she's playing with the lighting, so it's a little more.
It's not as blinding.
Yeah, that's true. We could see it, so we could take our glasses off now.
Take our glasses off now that we adjusted the ring light.
There we go. Alrighty.
Lighting.
So today, topic of the day.
So if you've watched other video, I've lost the perfect flower, which is unfortunate because of how perfect it came out.
No, she's totally lying.
Yeah, cardstock. I don't understand how this is a box. Yeah.
In the video, Rusty builds a box. This is the attempt to her. This is her making.
If I put both of them in, then only one of these can go. But if you just put one, then it doesn't. And then was I supposed to like glue it shut? So it's a box that you never open.
No, it doesn't make sense.
And then the flower never turned out. I don't know where it is. The dog might have eaten it.
The dog probably ate it.
To save me from having to look at it again. Yes. Because I never learned how to make it into a flower.
Absolutely.
So yeah, cardstock is tough sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's a fun, we were actually just talking about it. I was like, let's do a video because it's an important thing that some people don't recognize. Yes. Is when you're buying someone's art, you're not just buying those materials that time and those specific supplies.
You're not buying that one item.
You're buying failed attempts. This is just a whole sheet of cardstock that other than jokingly go here,
have a box.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
it's garbage for you.
It makes no sense.
And then to consider,
it's like a puzzle.
This is just some of
recent
attempts.
Yeah,
where I weeded it out wrong. I didn't cut deep enough, so I couldn't get all the details out. And by no means am I trying to say anything specific. The machine stopped working halfway through this one. There's nothing I could do about that. Yeah. That's a whole sheet of wasted vinyl now. Well, not a whole sheet, but... So remember when you're buying things from people, you're buying them learning how to make it.
Items. Well, a lot of you all know, too, all you crocheters and knitters, it's not only the cost, it's of the yarn and the time, but also learning that stitch and learning that skill. Yeah. And then if you have to buy the pattern. So you all are with us on this. And it just maybe
just an important thing to remind
a few of you that might not realize it. Like I had made blankets for my sister for the kids. And she now, I think I might have brought this up before, but my niece is starting to crochet. So she's been going out yarn shopping. And she goes, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much yarn cost. I said, well, yeah. And the blankets that I made were double thick, twin size bed to cover the bed. She goes, I'm so sorry. She says, I thought that they'd be like, $20. I'm like, no, you're looking at $100 in just yarn, not to mention the time.
And a cute little story, whether or not it's true doesn't matter, but because the sentiment is there. I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah. So this person, I believe it was talking about wire wrapping stones, but it doesn't matter what you're talking about. Yeah. This person wanted something that an artist makes. The artist gave a price, and they said, well, I looked up the supplies, and for a gemstone, wire, the snips, the beads, all the things that go into it only costs, let's say, $20. Obviously, that's not what it costs, but for the sake of things. And she was charging $75, let's say. The artist says, okay, fine, I understand, and mailed them all the supplies without putting the thing together.
With that discount.
So for the let's say for the $20, the artist mails them wire, tools, a gemstone, and all the pieces without putting it together. And the recipient was confused, but it's like, well, you said that this is how much it costs, that's what you get. You're not taking into consideration for the last 4 years I've been honing in my skill to wrap this. It takes me hours to make that.
Yeah.
So just a good thing to consider.
I know you all know that. So.
And I figured that while we were going to show off some of my different attempts, some made better than others. This was a diamond card I made, which was actually for D if you're watching. It's looking okay now, but I dropped it in the mud right before I was leaving to go gift it. But it was like one of my second or third 3D attempt. Aww. It's a little gemstone.
It is adorable.
Yeah, it's
very interesting.
It was very wet, so it dried out pretty decently. Like that, the connection's all messed up. Yeah. But it fell directly into a puddle.
These things happen.
So, but other than that, it actually was kind of
cool.
functioning.
Yeah.
And then I've been
use it as a dreidel. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I've been working on some different cards.
Aren't those adorable?
So it's a little banana guy, and when you flip down his mouth, it says, "I find you strangely underneath appealing."
Cute.
So it's just a cute little gift card, just practicing cardstock. Then I've got...
You made that envelope?
The envelope I made. I changed all the colors. Apparently there was a sticker in there for some reason.
Because there's stickers everywhere.
So now this is just a blank card. I don't know if it's going to focus. And it says, "You are out of this world." The inside is blank to fill out, but same thing. You pull this little piece up and there is a very cute little astronaut floating in space because you are out of this world.
Oh, cute.
Then I made some little bookmarks that you put the corner of the page goes like this. So like you'll just see like little, so you'll see like little ears, the little horns sticking out because that's going to be what's in your book.
Adorable. I love these.
It's a cute concept. They were, but it's one of those things to consider. So yeah, this is a cute little thing. I probably, if I saw this, wouldn't want to spend much money on it. This was not as simple as it looks because you're talking folding this piece over, getting these two, gluing that on. This has to get folded in and glued over. So it is. It's
layers and layers.
It's in. I've said it before. You people out there, you crafters in this world that take cardstock and do all those tiny, intricate little cuts that have tiny little, like that little dot. That's just a little dot. If I had 100 of those, I'd have to individually paste each of those on. Like,
it's a lot of work.
Well done, because that is
a lot of work.
Doesn't seem the
so simplest. Appreciate your, that's one thing. I think we've also brought this up numerous times when we talk about small businesses and created items. Is he's puked all over the floor. I never squabble with an artist's piece because being an artist, we appreciate the value and the time and the effort and the supplies and the years of honing into that skill. So
well, it's also another good thing to consider. So I've had times where I have friends that are artists or things that I've wanted, but maybe I don't. So like my best friend Alyssa has some beautiful, beautiful artwork. Amazing. A lot of it I can't afford. Like now, neither of us have cars because my Jeep died. So obviously money has to go to other places, but it's okay for, if I wanted a piece of her artwork, it would be okay for me to contact her and say, "Hey, I understand the work you already have out is beautiful, fantastic, and totally worth its price, but maybe I only have $100 to spend, or maybe I only have $50 to spend. So here's a really simple, like, can you make me something that has to do with comic books and could be around the $50 price range?"
Right.
Now she can cater her time, her skill, and everything else. Maybe she'll paint it in acrylic and not oil, like little things like that. So it is okay to not haggle so much with an artist,
but to work with them.
Yeah. Like, I can't afford what you have right there, but if you were to make a print of that, or do you have anything in this price range, because I want to support you, but this is all I've got.
Right. And as an artist, you could do that. You could, tailor a lot of the stuff that...
I know we looked at my jacket while we're walking, but
her jacket is cool.
You can also see, speaking of making mistakes, I've lifted up half of the vinyl here, and you could see 2 white lines.
But that looks
cool,
though.
It got stuck to the paper, and
it
I was
looks
like,
air lines.
Yeah, so it worked.
That works.
But support your artists.
Support your artists.
Treat yourself to things. Don't yell at an artist for the prices being too much. You have no idea what it took them to get there that day.
Bingo.
I mean, shoot, you could be talking to someone that might be charging a lot of money, not knowing that maybe they had a stroke and had to relearn how to use their hands again. So it took them even harder to get to where they were.
You never know.
You never know.
And just being supportive, like we've talked numerous times again too, is instead of going, well, I can get a painting at Walmart. Yeah, you can get a mass-produced painting at Walmart that you might enjoy and go for it. You get that, but if you're buying an original, like my art, they're all one of a kind. I never reproduce the same picture, so they're all one of a kind.
Have some that are similar, but there's always
but they're always something different. Yeah. Even the leather bags are all different because I just take that piece at the moment. But anyway, so that's pretty much our babbling for today.
Oh, we're gonna babble more because the next day is going to happen. We're going to film. No, we're going to
the next day, which is in a minute or two from now. Anyway, we love you guys. Look at how beautiful her hair came out. Isn't it fabulous? And everywhere she folds it, it's a different color.
Yes, because I fold my hair.
Cool.
And I fold in the cheese. I folded my hair.
Oh, from Schitt's Creek.
Well, you also said fold my hair. Anyway, I fold my hair.
Oh, Well,
not part.
Part your hair. Anyway, we love you guys. Be well. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and leave a comment.